You have a thought on this trade, Mazz?
Yeah, bringing back the trash man. Is that what it is? Is that what Bill Belichick called him? Bringing back the trash man?
That's right. I forgot about
right?
that.
Something like that. Is that what he referred to?
Well, that was back before. It was before he got a contract.
Yes.
So you see, his interceptions were trash.
Correct.
They weren't valuable.
Correct.
We're not going to pay for those.
Right.
It's just trash.
That's right. Just trash.
He's there collecting trash.
Right. Picking up someone else's trash. So
Got it.
Now what they're bringing him in to do now is to clean up a mess. It's a similar kind of thing, or to try to clean up a mess. When I say clean up a mess, obviously it speaks ill of the injury to Christian Gonzalez, which we already had some idea about. Maybe even Jack Jones on some level. They have a crisis in the secondary. So look, again, it's your sort of typical Belichick move. Let me go and sleep in the bed I've slept in before. It's the same kind of thing. Known commodity, knows what the guy is, knows how he'll fit into his system, and they don't have to pay him. So for them, it's perfect. Now, again, do I think it's horrible? No. Fine. Whatever. Do I think it's going to fix all their ills and problems? No. So I'm sort of with you. We know the name, but I don't think it's any sort of season-altering move.
No, because he's been one of the worst cornerbacks by all statistics, PFF, whatever you want to look at, over the last 2 seasons since he's left here. So it's a guy that knows your system, that's cost-efficient. Yay. Woo. Mm. And you know what bugs me about it, too? I know you'll hate this, Mike. Goes to show you they're still not going to tank. They have an opportunity to really tank here. 2 best players, hurt. Quarterback, sucks. Schedule, tough. Team, not that good. Tank. Instead, they're going to bring in this stopgap piece that'll still keep them afloat, and they'll finish with 8 wins. Yay. We get to do this all again next year. Yay. Great. That's it.
So that's the only thing I like about it.
Of course.
That's the only thing I like about it. It maybe helps keep a season afloat. But my overall thought on it is, I think if, you can't do it on the simulcast, but Murray calls it the J.O. move. Yeah. Underneath the table, that's what this is. It's J.O. It is just playing with yourself. And it's so them. It's so them on so many levels. It's chess checkers. It's, hey, we're not going to pay the guy. He's not worth the money. We'll let some other idiot pay him his salary, and then we'll come back and get him after he's been paid by somebody else. So we're still getting the same player, but didn't have to pay for him. Some other stupid team has done it. So let some other stupid team pay him, and we'll still get the services of the player while some other idiot team is paying his salary. And there was a time not too long ago when we thought that's why you won Super Bowls. Oh, don't you see? This is why they win Super Bowls. Because they're smart. Everyone else is stupid. And you let some other stupid team pay the salary who's not worth it, then you get them for free and you get value. That's why Bill Belichick wins Super Bowls. Oh, for 20 years we carried on like that. And we deluded ourselves. You deluded yourself into thinking that's why you won Super Bowls, that was the Patriot way. And over the last 3+ years, that's been exposed. That whole maneuver has been exposed for what it is. Cheap. It's just being cheap is all that is. It's not a winning formula. It's not why you're smarter than everybody else. It's just cheap. And it's been exposed for what it is. And that on some level is refreshing because I certainly didn't buy all of that crap. Certainly the money part I never bought. God, the amount of times that they were just cheap, but you thought it was being smart. Don't confuse smart with cheap. And now it's been exposed. So this is just cheap. It's not smart. It's not ahead of the game. It's just cheap. And it was entertaining listening to the breaking news this morning on the radio. And it started with TNR and Rich. And, and I'm not blaming anyone. This is just what you do. But you look at the contracts, I heard Rich say $65 million. And I was, sort of laughing. I was just shaking my head at the radio saying, Rich, they're not going to pay him the money. $12 million guaranteed. He's got a $12 million guaranteed salary this year. That means they're committing to the corner. If you could see me in my car, I was just
yelling.
No, not yelling. I was just say, guys, they're not going to They're not paying him $12 million. They're not paying him $65, and they're not going to pay him $12. I'd be surprised if they paid him more than the minimum. And then it was, prorated, $9.5 million guaranteed. Yeah, talk about a commitment. A commitment to go solve a problem. I said, no, guys. I don't care what the contract says. They're not paying him a dime more than probably minimum, or somewhere around there. The figure is going to be around $1 million. If it's more than that, I'd be stunned. You're wasting your time looking at his existing contract. They're not paying him real money. He's about to get cut. He's got a warrant out for his arrest. He's fallen out of favor with the team that he's with. He is a piece of trash on the street. And then, of course, it comes out that the Chargers are picking up almost all the money, and the Patriots are on the hook for $1 million. It's like, okay, that was obvious.
Which is a given.
Which is a given with them. Given. So it's a big J-O is all that it is. And I'll take it. He's probably better than Miles Bryant, and even if he's not, what's the diff? I do want a season. I don't want them to tank. I don't think they're tanking. So fine. But I'm so embittered by the way it's gone. And again, really sort of just the bull crap that's been exposed, and the bull crap that was shoved down my throat for years. So it's all been exposed, and I can't help but scratch the itch. And this is just another one of them. It's like, this was a move that was made 5 years ago. Oh, you see, this is why the Patriots are the Patriots. They're smart. There's some other stupid team pay for a sign. They get them back for another. That's value. That's why they're smart. That's why they win their Super Bowls, Felger. Oh, God, blow it out your ears. And then there's this. Here's another one. Belichick does his press conference this morning with the deal done. What time? So this broke at, I want to say, around 9:45 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
He did his press conference at 9:15.
It was about 15 minutes after the press conference. This deal got broken by Rappaport.
Okay, so the deal's done.
Of course.
And he's at his press conference this morning. And Alan Siegel, I don't know if he knew or not. I don't know how he would. But, I think it's Siegel. Someone asks him this question.
Hey, Bill, I know you and the staff always talk to other teams and see what's going on around the league, but when you run into a spate of injuries and things that deplete your depth a little bit, does that enhance the possibility of a trade or something along that line to try to increase the ability that your team has?
Yeah, I think every situation's different. Look, to trade at this point, somebody has to be available. So let's start with that.
And the trade was done, right? So this, again, 5 years ago, what are we hearing? He doesn't owe you a thing. That's why the Patriots are the Patriots. They're smart. They don't have to give you anything. And they don't have to tell anyone anything. They're one step ahead of you. Yeah, that's smart. He does the deal. He does the press conference, and then he lets his guys release it after he talks to you because he doesn't owe you anything. And you don't have to talk about it. That's where the stupid teams talk about things. And the dumb teams are the ones that run their mouths. Belichick keeps it in-house. That's why he's smart. That's why they win Super Bowls. Oh, my God. You know I'm right. Shoved down our throat year after year. And it's just been exposed. It's been exposed as not being smart. It's cheap. And Bill isn't being one step ahead. He's just chicken bleep or lazy or doesn't want to talk about it. So he has his minions release it after the presser, not before, so he doesn't have to answer a question about it. And how does that help you win football games? Because they're still doing it, and it feels to me like they kind of suck. So all that stuff that you thought won them games the previous 20 years, I don't think, call me crazy, isn't really the reason they won those games. And he doesn't owe you anything. Okay, you're right. So one step ahead again. Boy, that's a genius. Boy, that's smart. I'm telling you, the amount of thought that went into that, here's an idea. Let's release it after the presser so I don't have to answer any questions about it. Wow.
Yeah, just check us.
That is smart. Boy, thank God that guy's leading our football program because he thinks about things like that. And that's why they win Super Bowls, Felger.
I mean, the cheap thing is like indisputable when it comes to stuff like, because that's exactly what it is. Their willingness to bring the player back. tells you they like the player. So they just didn't want to pay him when he was here.
They didn't want the contract.
Right. So
That's why they're smart, Maz.
right. And the other
Some
thing
other
is
stupid team paid that
so,
contract.
And look, and the other thing is like, and I'm not telling you, I can't tell you what would have happened in history if things had gone in a different direction. They didn't beat a legit quarterback once last year, not once. So if he were here and in their system, could it have gotten them into the playoffs?
Oh, but paying that contract would have been stupid. Only dumb teams paid for players. Those are the stupid teams.
I mean, if you can be happy that he left because you think he sucks, then why are you happy now that he's coming back?
I don't know if anyone is. I don't know who's left that sort of thinks that way that I'm mocking. But maybe there are. Maybe there are still people out there who feel that way. I don't know. But all that being said, again, this is just my agenda and my, just scratching that itch, right?
I don't get those.
But I'm fine with them bringing in a player that's going to help them this season. I want them to have a season.
Of course.
Okay, so overall, fine. Oh my God. It's a J.O. kind of move. Give me a break.